right. Well, thank you so much for staying with us and for being with us this morning. We have had some crazy temperature changes earlier in the week. We were in the upper 60s. Some people said they even hit 70 degrees at their place. And then we had a crazy dive in temperature on Thursday. I think Thursday morning I got up, it was 50 degrees at 6 a.m. And by 10 or 10:30, it was down to 36 degrees. So, hopefully the temperatures are going to get back up. I know last night it got quite cold again. I think the temperatures are supposed to be a little cooler this weekend and then the beginning of this coming week. And so we want you to be careful with what you're planting. Don't put things out too early. Some people were wanting to plant their tomatoes. If you are planting tomatoes, make sure they're in a container that you can bring in when these nighttime temperatures are getting cold. This is not May yet. Even though we were having some of those 60-degree temperatures, doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Remember, this is northeastern Ohio, and we are going to have some cold temperatures. Usually not safe to plant out things that are not frost hardy until about the third week of May. That's when you're going to be safest to plant those things outside. Now, if you are wanting to pick up some cold crops or maybe pick up some tomato plants to plant in containers that you're going to move in and out of the house, or maybe you want to try, or if you have in the past, get some of the meat that we have, the eggs, the milk, etc., the food items. We are offering curbside pickup for all of our food and gardening items. So let's say you're ready to plant your potatoes and you don't want to have to come in the store. We totally understand that. So you can call in your order, how many pounds of each kind of potato you want, how many pounds of onions or plants you need, or maybe you just need a half a gallon of Hartzler Family Dairy Milk. You can let us know your order. You can also, if you don't want to call in and you want to do it via our Facebook page, you can go to our Facebook page. It's Anthony Petitti Organic Greenhouse, and message us your order, and we will bring it out to you. You can also, if you would prefer to email, the email address is Cindy Petitti, CindyPetitti @gmail.com. Let us know when you want to pick up. Then you can either call us with your credit card number, or you can give us your credit card when you get there, or you can write us a check or pay cash when you get there, whatever is most convenient for you. But you never have to get out of the car. You can just let us know when you get to the store, and we will bring everything right out to you. So it's nice and safe for you and us, so it's not a problem. But if you do want to come in and browse through the greenhouse, remember the greenhouse is really hot, so you don't have to worry about the coronavirus in the greenhouse. And all of our employees that are working in the greenhouse are spaced out way over the 6 foot. We have one lady in aisle 1, one lady in aisle 2, and one lady in aisle 3 doing our planting, so no one is real close. And you can come and enjoy the greenhouse if it's a sunny day and it's only 20 degrees outside. Hopefully we don't have any more of those. But you can come in. The greenhouse will be nice 65, 70 degrees or warmer. And you can enjoy some of that nice sun in there. Also, if you want to come and bring the kids to visit the animals, if there are more than one family at a time, we will have you wait your turn before you go out and visit the animals. But it's a great way to get the kids out of the house, and it's a nice, safe way. You're not taking them to a busy grocery store, which we really don't recommend, but bring them someplace where they are safe, you are safe, and they can actually get some mind stimulation and ask questions about farm animals. We are very willing to answer those questions for the kids and for you, for that matter. If you want to come and plant something at the greenhouse and not make a mess at your house, we have tables set up outside. On a nice day, you can come and pick out your plants and then plant them outside at our place and then take them home. So we have a lot of things for you and the kids to do where everyone can be spread out with our social distancing, keep everyone safe, and not have to worry about that. But the curbside thing is something that a lot of you are taking taking advantage of, and we want to encourage you to do that. And we're not too far from any of you. I think anyone that lives in Stark County can probably be to us in 25 minutes at the very most. So it's a nice ride to get out of the house and to go for a nice ride with gas prices at a good state right now. You can afford to drive over and see us, and then you don't have to worry about having too many people in your area or a shopping cart that hasn't been sterilized. We're taking care of that for you. If you need a shopping cart, we are cleaning those after every single person touches them, so you don't have to worry about those kind of things. But we want to make sure that you are getting things done in your landscapes and in your flower beds and your vegetable gardens like you need to. So this is also a great time to do some transplanting. So if, mom has hostas at her house and they're coming up right now, this is a great time to split them as they're starting to emerge from the ground, and you can see how big it was. Remember how big it was last year, and you want to cut that down to size. A nice sharp spade shovel. For your transplanting, this is a great time to do it. This is a time when they're starting to grow. You can see them. You know where everything is at. The ground is nice and moist, so the work is easier on your back. So this is a great time to do all of those kind of transplanting. Not just hostas, but daylilies, other types of perennial shrubs, and different types of cuttings that you can do at this time. You don't want to be out trying to graft trees right now. This is probably not the most time because all of those juices are flowing through the cambium layer of your tree. But the trees are beautiful right now. As you can see, this is going to be a great time when you can see things are starting to emerge where the tips of your plants might have had some winter dieback, so you can go ahead and trim those off right now. And this is also a great time to get all of your trees and shrubs fertilized. April is the ideal time to get that kind of stuff done. Remember, fertilizing at the drip line of your plants is going to be the best spot to really get the plant to take in the most nutrients. So fertilize right there around that drip line. This is also, if you are doing something systemic, you can do it at this time. They are really going to pull that in at the same time. Remember, we do not recommend doing a chemical systemic treatment of an insect or disease control unless it is something that it is somewhere that nothing in a very large area is going to be consumed as an edible. So we aren't recommending that because your magnolia has scale and it's had it for years, doing a systemic control if you have tomatoes planted in the bed next to it, because that tomato will pull that in also. So we don't recommend you doing that. If you have that magnolia and you need to do that systemic, please plant your tomatoes further away or in containers so that you don't have to worry about that. That is definitely some contamination to your edibles. So you want to be careful. But there are some great ways to control things like magnolia scale organically. And you can use those without any issues at all and no worrying about any of your edibles getting contaminated. Neem oil works very well. You're probably going to do 2 applications. And there's the all-season oil that does very well on that also. This is also the time that you want to make sure that you have all of your supplies for your fruit trees. If you have fruit trees that have not started to flower bud yet, you can go ahead and do an application on your peach trees and your apple trees if you've had issues in the past on scab. But if your trees are in flower, you do not, under no circumstances, want to spray them right now because it will deter the bees from pollinating them. So you want to wait till after all the flower is gone and then treat as the leaf tissue is coming out. But that's going to aid in not having that apple scab disease. Some of the peach blights, that's going to help you with that. But we usually recommend doing that prior to any flowering. Then after you have full leaf out, And then again, when you have fruit formation, doing those consecutive sprays with the Orchard Spray by Bonide. And it is an organic product. It's going to work on both insects and diseases. It comes in a great hose end that will reach up to 25 feet, which makes it nice and easy because sometimes even our pump-up sprayers won't reach that high, with a good hard spray so that you get good coverage. But it also comes as a concentrate and in a ready to use. So that Orchard Spray is going to be great for all of your fruit trees. It is also going to be great for all of those grape issues that you might have. So using that on the grapes is going to control those crazy issues that we have with our grapes. And so many of you are growing grapes now for different reasons, but you have, the plant looks good, you start to get fruit formation as the season goes on, and then all of a sudden they dry up. And it's not something that you can treat at that time. It is definitely something that you need to treat prior to that. So make sure that you jump on that. We just want to remind everybody again, our store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. We are open on Sundays after Easter, but as long as the quarantine is in, we're probably going to play it by weather. If the weather's nice, we'll be open. If the weather is really nasty, we won't be on Sundays. We have to make it worth our while to be there, and usually it's me only there on Sundays because I don't like too many people to work on Sundays unless we definitely need the extra help, which will be in May, because that's usually our big month that we open on Sundays, when we're only open on Sundays until the 4th of July. But call on Sundays if you're going to be coming out after maybe not church, but after you watch church on the internet, you can call before you come. If the weather's good, we will be open. If the weather's not, we probably won't be. But Monday through Friday, we will extend our hours again to 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. and then Saturdays 8 to 4. We would like to welcome all of you to come out for your mental and your physical health. If you have questions about anything about gardening or healthfulness, we would love to help you out. Make healthy choices. So please give us a call at 330-455-5997. Email me at Cindy Petitti, CindyPettitti @gmail.com. On Facebook at Anthony Petitti Organic Greenhouse, or on Instagram at Petitti's Organic. Or better yet, stop out at the store at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway. And you all have a blessed week.